Hey, there it is. Takes a couple of seconds. Hello! I'm gonna be streaming Myst III. Oh, man. Been looking forward to this for a couple of months now. Might be wondering, why were you looking forward to something that's been out for a long time? Oh, hello, phone. I forgot to turn you off, you... Oh, fuck... Gah! I need to... remember to mute this damn thing before I hit the play button. Anyway, as I was saying, I've been looking forward to this because, well, I was actually going to stream this game several months ago. I think in March or February? Either March or February, I was going to stream this game. But I ran into issues. Namely that I couldn't get this game to capture through OBS. It just wasn't happening. Well, first problem was that the game wouldn't start because it required I forget what it's called, but Windows used to have its own like little DRM program, like in Windows itself, that had been deactivated in Windows 7 in like a patch some time ago, so without that active, the game wouldn't start. I reactivated it, then it wouldn't appear on OBS, so it's like, okay, what do I do now? Do I do like a desktop capture? And desktop capture caught it, but it was only showing not full screen. It was full screen on my screen, but through OBS, it was like in the corner. You could see my desktop on the bottom and on the right. So finally, I screen ragened it on my desktop and made it look full screen, but then I ran into a problem that I couldn't fix. The frame rate was fucking awful. Anytime anything animated, anytime anything moved, it was busted ass slow. Like, we're talking like 2 frames of animation. It was appalling, so I kind of gave up. I was using the CD version of the game. I dug up our copy from around that time I visited my parents. A lot of the old games are there. And I pulled up a bunch of games I thought I might stream. And one of them was this, and it just wasn't working. So I figured, maybe the good old games version isn't gonna have these problems. And I got it. And I tested it, and it works. Also, you can't actually see it, but I just minimized the game. You couldn't minimize the game either. It would basically freeze. You could minimize it, but then when you brought the game back up, you couldn't move the cursor or use the keyboard. You couldn't do nothing. So you're stuck. But yeah, it appears the good old games version doesn't have any of those problems. OBS picks it up. The animations are perfectly smooth. And I can minimize the game. So, yeah. Enough chatting about all the issues I had. Let's get started. Ubisoft were less shit back then.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age, one that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Radishan. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to the age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
delightful. They just don't make games like with intros like these anymore.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Bird. Am I supposed to be seeing the cursor right now? Don't matter. Anyway, let's turn around and... Zoop.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
You just said that.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atrus finished writing Relation. He wanted us to have a new home too. I'm so glad to see you. I told Atrus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relation, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks. But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Why don't you wait in his study?
Okay. Yeah, this look... Bird. Looks like... If my understanding of this series is correct, I think this is actually New Mexico?
You know, this trip is exactly what Atrus needs right now. I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months, ever since he found his journals out of place.
Oh.
But seeing how well the Dunny have settled in on Relation should help him to finally relax.
Okay. Oh, I already got a viewer. Hello. You're just in time.
I'm sorry, the other door.
Okay. Sometime in the 1800s. Yeah, that's what I remember reading too. It's too bad too. It's too bad that I played Myst and Riven before I started streaming. Otherwise, I'd start with those, but it's a little too soon to replay those. Too fresh in my memory. And unlike those two games, I haven't really played any of this from this game forward. I only like very briefly dabbled in them when they were new. So my memory of them is extremely limited. I only remember how this game ends. I don't remember anything in the middle. So this is going to be all new to me. I hope I have a big enough brain to figure out the puzzles. Yep. There's Cirrus and Akinar. Which one was Cirrus and which one was Akinar? Was Cirrus the bearded one? No, the big that was Akinar. That one was Cirrus. Too involved in the Myst fan community to look at any of the games with fresh eyes. Ah, we got a big fan here. I mean, I exist in the category of I watched my dad play Myst and Riven and this game when I was a kid sort of Myst fan. I only played them all the way through from start to finish for the first time towards the end of last year, actually, Myst and Riven. I'm happy to say I didn't have to look anything up. What do we got? Some bottles, some stuff. Like a little crystal measuring thingy. At least I assume it's a crystal measuring thingy. I wonder who drew this picture. They don't have cameras, do they? Yeah, busted. Tamon, thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nara padlocks. As you know, security in Tamana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I am overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may have been sneaking into my study, reading all of my journals, disturbs me. After what happened to my library on Myst, after my own sons, Cirrus and Akinar, destroyed so many of my books, I have come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books, to link to each age and find out if any of the inhabitants survived. The padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atrus. Cameras at least exist by the time of Myst IV. There's also the Riven... Who made the guidebook? Hold on, let me pull that out of my drawer real quick. Who made this guidebook? This was the... Yeah, the Prima official strategy guide for Riven was written from the perspective as if the player was a photographer from like a contemporary time period. And I remember reading that the player is actually supposed to be from like the 1800s or something, like you said earlier. So, I always like how this guidebook was written. I'm gonna set that off to the side. I might just read through it for giggles later. And him being being written as if the guy was a photographer meant that it made sense that there were a whole bunch of pictures in it. Anyway, let's get out behind his desk. Don't want to spend all my time in study here. That's probably Atrus. That's probably Dunny. Hold on. That is a very big-looking boat. That's a cool-looking book.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Relishan book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this.
Oh, what you got?
It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishan.
Ah,
I
neat.
thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve.
I like a good
What
read.
the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishan and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Oh, I've been having a wild time. Oh, what? Hey!
No! No!
Damn it, why am I just standing here? I should go and punch him or something. Shit. Alright, Atrus. I guess we're not just having a friendly trip. I'm gonna have to do you another solid. Game takes place a few years after the third novel. There were novels? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but... Did I not know that before you said it? That there were books? Why am I surprised that a game that has a lot of books in it would have actual novels? Hey! Hey, you! Cease! Hey! Bitch, you done stole my best friend's books. Get over here. Hey! Gah! This is what happens when you skip leg day. You can't catch up. Okay. That's a problem. Yeah, darned it up again. I'm in another world. The Book of Tiana and the Book of Atrus take place before the first game, and the Book of Dunny takes place after Riven, but before this game. Gotcha. Who wrote those books? Did Rand Miller write those books, or did they get somebody else to write those? Well, this is pointing at a thing now. I'll assume that's correct. That looks important. Ooh. Oh, I found a thing. Rand Miller co-wrote them with a professional author. Gotcha. You know what? I'm not even supposed to be messing with this right now. I actually already know how to get in there. Back when I was trying to get the CD version of this game to work, I kinda made it into that little building, so I know how I need to get in there. So let's do that first. Let's, go chase this guy down. Yep. Down. Ah, loud stone. Man, you have no idea how low the animation was for this when I was trying to play the CD version of this. It was so bad. I'm really glad good old games make stuff work. This is kind of creepy looking without eyes. Okay. Elevator. Let's focus on this. No, back in. There it is. It seems Rand intends to write a fourth book eventually. It is not very high priority at the moment. Isn't he working on a new game? What was it? Firmament? Or was that one of the other ones he's made recently? I haven't played any of those. Hey! Let me in.
Atrus? Is that you?
No, I'm Beard.
Come to rescue your book so soon?
That's the plan.
Not yet, old friend.
I don't know you. Crusty man. The egg! The golden egg, of course! Yeah, alright. Right, so we can't get out this way because the door's facing the wrong way. Take us back down. Looking forward to Fermi just got a VR device. Oh, it's going to be in VR. Well, that'll be neat for people who can afford that stuff. I certainly can't. These sort of look-aroundy, explory, puzzly games would be pretty cool with VR. being made for VR, but we'll have a non-VR version. Ah. Even better. Better if the game is designed for VR and not just having VR as, like, an afterthought. Oh, book. We'll need that in a second. Well, shit. Seeing as how I'm trapped down here, I should probably have a read. Alright, get ready for some reading. I have done it. I have used his swirling linking book to follow him. I touched my palm to its glowing panel and felt the tingling begin. There was a sudden, sickening lurch inside my stomach. Then I fell into the page. Why did my phone just turn on? Mobile dashboard again? I told you to fuck off. This has happened before. I know it. It happened the first time I came to this place. When I followed his murdering sons from Narayan. Narayan? Yeah, Narayan. It happened when I used his hidden books. It happened when I finally opened the machine. Right before the fog first ate my mind. The fog didn't find me this time. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in a room. I was standing in the home of my betrayers. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I thought they'd know that I had come and would be waiting for me, just like they had waited inside this very tusk. I was afraid they would tie me up again, that the poison snakes would strike. But the silence was unbroken. The whole house was still. And without really knowing what I did, I started to search every room, every floor, every cabinet. I found his journals, Atrus's never-ending journals. I found the book that brought me back to this world, the lesson world he called Janamen? That looks kind of like an M? Jananen? Is it Jananen or Janamen? Jananen, thank you. Oh, Tamara, my love, how long have I been trapped here? How much of my life has been eaten by the fog? The face I see in the lagoon isn't one I remember ever wearing. It's so much older, so much more savage, but it is me. It is Savdro. Saavedro. Yeah, that sounds better. Saavedro. And I remember what they did, how they led my people to death. Well, it sounds like this guy's had a bad time. I have returned several times now to Tamana. I am searching for some sign of his sons. I was certain they would run back to their father, but so much time has passed, so many years in which to forget about my people. Is that what happened, Atrus? Safe in your beautiful new home, enjoying life with your dear wife and family? Did you become so busy envisioning new worlds that you forgot the ones you had already created? I must be very careful. I must not let them know that I am free. I will read what journals I can find to figure out where his two sons are hiding. And when I've found the sons again, when I've got the whole family together, I'll bring them down. Atrus and his family will suffer, the way I have suffered for years. Sirius and Akinar are not in Tamana. Every day I become more and more convinced Atrus' sons are not here. What happened, Atrus? Did you grow tired of them the way you do tired of Narayan? Did you abandon them the way you abandoned my people behind your shield? It does not matter. I could still take revenge against their father. Now that I'm no longer stuck on Jananen, I can avenge all the dead in my world. I have already reopened his other books. I have begun making changes in those worlds, using his own lessons against him. There is still much more work to be done, but eventually I will lure him into this tusk. I will find some way to make him follow me here from Tamana. For now, I will concentrate on the orbiter. It is not a natural part of its world. The material that creates it is like nothing I've seen. It reminds me just a little of the shield, and if it is the same material, it can't be damaged. But perhaps I can damage the other devices. Now this will be important. Got a thing with some gears here. No, it cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he brought them back. He says he's given his dunny brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Tamra, what can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving, Tamra, this changes everything. I have found a way to reprogram his scanning device. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism in the tusk, but I think the gears I leave can be operated by hand. Okay, gears. Some pull thingies. That's looks like a spinny thing. It is finished. All is ready for Atrus' arrival. Tonight I will sleep amongst the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link to Tamana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book. May the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this. Alright. I remember from testing months ago how you get up. Now we gotta come back around here. Send it up. That elevator is not peg leg friendly. Yes, now we're in here. Right, that's what that looked like. No, remembers what page you were on. Okay, that needs... Okay, the missing bit there needs to line up. Okay. There. And this... They just all need to be facing the same way, don't they? Right. This one doesn't have a screw-looking bit. Oh, wait, no, that... Oh, right, that spins around. The screw bit turns inside. Okay. Alright. Wait, no, there's a... Oh shit, there was a fourth thing here. Oh, there's a smaller diagram here. Okay, that... Right, I needed to pull that out. Okay. Now we go up. Better be ready for me, Vedro. Getting that book back. Locks you in with the gate and spins you. That's how you do it. Who would design such a complicated elevator that you have to get underneath its guts in order to turn it around? Ah! Ah, damn it. Getting in the guts wouldn't have been part of the original design. Oh yeah, he was talking about scavenging parts from the tusk, which is what we're in. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This guy's been messing with it. And he's also escaped. Well, you kind of had to expect that would happen. Well, I guess we explore now. And we found some more pages. Cirrus and Akinar. The walls run red with steam and strangling branches. I see their bloated faces laughing at everything. I remember how they lied. I remember what they did. They brought me here to die. I followed them. The lattice roots were black from too much overgrowth. Puffer spores floated up in this hot steam and burst. No one was there to guide the spores to the branches. No one was waiting to perform the ritual weaves. The fighting had torn my people apart. They didn't care. They didn't care. They wanted Narian to die. Keep an eye out for more Saavedro sabotage? I suppose I should. Seems like if his journal's any indication, he's been cannibalizing a lot of mechanical bits. I have done it. I have used the swirling book to follow him. Oh, wait, no, I just picked up that page. I'll read the book Atrus gave me, too, but I'm going to explore a little bit more before I start reading again. Oh.
My sons, I promise to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you will...
Hello, Atrus. Been a long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atrus, Cirrus, and Akinar. Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're gonna have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're gonna have to take your own class. Find the 3 symbols, Atrus. And don't keep me waiting forever.
You know, him expecting Atrus to follow him and not factoring me into his plans made me realize something. I used the book to get in here. Why didn't Atrus follow me? Did he just assume that I would handle it? Because I do seem to handle a lot of his problems. Okay. Right, from this point onward, I am in unknown territory. It's time to start figuring stuff out. Alright, there's a symbol. Kind of there. It's like some kind of focusing thingy. Oh, I was just clicking. I didn't realize I had manual control over this. Alright, this is distance. This is focusing. Right, well, I don't really know what to do with this, so... Oh, and I can grab it in the middle and move it around. Oh, hang on. I was gonna say I don't know what to do with this and I should just leave it, but I see the symbol that's on the lens in the window there. How am I supposed to line this up? Wonder how precise this needs to be. You might be able to guess what happened with Atrus from what was going on when you left. Oh yeah! He set his steady on fire. He's probably trying to keep his house from burning down. That's fair. I completely forgot about the fire. Does that stay where I left it? More or less. I don't know how precise that needs to be, or if I'm even doing that right, but alright. What about this one? Suppose I'll take a look at all these. Oh. Yeah. I can see where this one needs to go. Maybe it's a little too small. There's probably more I need to do, and this isn't all of it. I'm not really... I'll assume this has something to do with you lining it up. I'm not sure what else you would do with it. There's just one more. Got a bird. Uh-huh. Yep, that is indeed a bird. Close enough. Something happen if I press the button again? Yep, no, it's just gonna play that again. Nope. Anything else on the floor? Gotta get used to having all this, being able to look around. Actually, no, before I take the elevator back down, let me send the elevator down. And unlock the door. There we go. I felt the need to turn me around to close that door. Well then, time to explore. This is gonna be very exciting. As I said before, I hope my brain is big enough to figure out this stuff out. Getting the focus right is kind of awkward when the resolution is low enough to make the image just slightly out of focus no matter what. Yeah, so I'll need to fine-tune those more, huh? Well, unless I need to do that to progress right away, I'm not going to worry about getting that perfect right now. I've got them more or less in the right position. Fine-tuning isn't necessary? Oh, that's good. Take me down. Okay, is there anything else of interest or note down here? He's got his spotted hammock, a little glow ball, and some more balls. Balls. Ball. He's got a lot of balls down here. That is a very nice looking handle for a stone, just a stone tied to a stick to make it a hammer. More balls. There's a fly in my left ear. Technically the position is accurate within about 11 degrees. I was definitely in with 11 degrees with all those. What do we got here? Some kind of... Where's that fly? Dah! It's in the game. I can't swat at it. It's almost worse than real life flies. More balls. I don't think there's anything else of note down here. This seems like a good spot to read. There's places to sit. Let's read Atrus's journal. Why is it that whenever I need to prepare for a lot of reading, my throat immediately clogs up with junk? Excuse me. I always feared this day would come. For years, Catherine and I have dreamed of restoring Dunny. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking it upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dunny and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many now, and the progress we have made towards achieving it is something of which we can all stand proud. But I know that it has been a mistake. The city of Dunny should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins, as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dunny fell. The devastating events of recent months, the war on Tyranny, and the death of Uda, in particular, have driven this truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city walls today, are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat that pattern again in future generations? I have put much thought into this tonight, and have found only one solution. If we, the men and women who survived the downfall of Dunny, are to thrive, then we must break the pattern of hatred which has destroyed so many lives. We must begin our civilization anew. And we can only do that if I write us a new age. I have spoken with Catherine about this, and she agrees. I only hope the others will see it as well. Almost all the words in the whole game are in these journals. Well, I guess we'll be getting most of the reading done right now. Will these people never cease to amaze me? I thought they would object to my decision. After all, most of them linked back to Dunny specifically to see the city rebuilt. But when I told them why we should not restore it, their response was immediate and unanimous. Whereas yesterday they thought only of rebuilding, today they concentrate solely on salvage. They intend to take from their ruined city only that which is best and move on. Everywhere I look, the enthusiasm for this task is obvious. It heartens me even as I face my own monumental contribution. I have written many ages in my lifetime, from my first timid attempts under the tyrannical tutelage of my father, I remember him, he's probably not doing too well right now, to my most recent accomplishment, Averone. Never before has so much been riding on my skill. The age I am about to write must be all I ever imagined and more. How am I going to achieve it? Catherine laughed this morning when she saw me trudging out my old notebooks. I must have made quite the picture, sitting near the embers of a fire surrounded by countless commentaries and journals. Some of them seemed more dust than paper, but the hours I spent sifting through them was worth it. Ideas for what this new age might be are tumbling around in my head. There are almost too many to catch hold of. I didn't take a close look at the picture. That's an island. These look like floating islands? Or is just water not depicted? Nah, the undersides are too highly detailed. These are like floating islands. Obviously, I must choose some starting point as my anchor. Writing ages is a science, a precisely structured equation of words. Every equation needs as its foundation an underlying concept around which the age can develop. In the past, I have written my books around whatever idea intrigued me most at the time. I wanted to discover how the age to which the book linked would manifest the results of that idea. Sometimes civilizations had arisen, sometimes they had not. But whether a society had come to exist on the age or not, it was often in response to whatever concept the book I had written embodied. This time, my search for a concept must be weighed very carefully. I already have the civilization I wish to see develop. I know our history as a people, and the paths we have followed to arrive here. Today I must write a book which will link to an age that will allow us to continue on our way, growing ever stronger as people, as one people. What underlying concept must this new age reflect that will best allow our civilization to thrive? I fear I must think on this more. Some more. It's like a city on an island. It looks nice. It has taken me some time, but I may have found my anchor. It came to me as I was considering what I know about the survivors of Dunny. We have seen so much tragedy in our lives, from the destruction of the city to the suffering and loss of loved ones due to plague and deprivation. Yet even in the midst of those adversities, my kinsman and I found the strength to keep going. We have tapped into our individual strengths and transformed ourselves into something much stronger. It is a characteristic I have seen in several of my ages, whenever I focused my writing on the inherent energy sources in the world. Long ago, grandmother taught me that no life, no possibility for life in an age exists without the presence of energy. By tapping into its latent energy sources, an age moves out of stasis. It grows, transforms, and develops. Energy is the underlying fuel that powers all activity. To put it more simply, energy powers future motion. Yet, as grandmother also liked to remind me, energy in an age takes on diverse forms. Each one has strengths and weaknesses of its own. How many forms will this new age contain? Which type will be its dominant theme? Tomorrow I will link back to Myst, and from there revisit several of my ages. Perhaps in my old worlds I will discover new ideas. Whew. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. Good thing I had a glass of water on hand. I had almost forgotten how painful it is to revisit Myst. In the 10 years since my sons, Cirrus and Akinar, left me trapped on Kivir Island and burned so many of my books, Catherine and I have rarely linked back. I told myself we were always too busy. First with writing ages like Averone, then with searching the ages of Dunny for survivors. I always said we should spend more time on Myst eventually. The truth is, I have been avoiding the age. Seeing the island in its current condition ignites such anger and grief. I am immediately reminded of the betrayal of my sons, as well as the cruelty and greed with which they plundered my ages. I know I am partly responsible for these acts. I constantly wonder if there were something I could have done to reach out to the boys before. Enough. Nothing can change the tragedies of the past. Like my Dunny kinsman, I must salvage what is best and move on. Perhaps in the process, I will find forgiveness and hope. Once again, I am back on Myst Island. I have completed a lengthy sojourn through several of my ages. The trip itself was not as inspiring as I had hoped. The Selenetic age was especially disturbing, but has it not always been so? That was the one, like an island and a lot of sound devices and the underground tram system. Yeah, that was that one. The very first time I linked to the age, its uninhabited landscape was shaking with tremors. At the time, I felt it was because the energy in the age was unfocused, as if it were at war with itself. Stability finally came, but even after it did, I never truly felt comfortable there. I missed the more natural balance of ages like Channelwood. Perhaps that is a lesson to take home with me. The Dunny, too, have faced much turmoil in their history. Their lives have been unsettled enough. Perhaps I should be striving to offset the energy that already exists within our civilization by providing it with a more stabilized environment in which to grow. An environment in which the natural equilibrium of the world serves as a counterpoint to the upheavals of civilization. The more I consider it, the more I wonder if I should make nature the foundation of this new age. Worlds like Channelwood attain equilibrium quite easily, primarily because of one reason. Nature encourages mutual dependence. As one life withers and dies, it provides nourishment so that another might live. Plants become food for other animals, and the waste products animals cannot absorb become nutrients to sustain the other plants. So long as nothing intrudes to upset this balance, nature can maintain itself indefinitely. An interesting metaphor to set as an example for my people. I think I will confer with Catherine on this subject. Her ages always exhibit symbiosis more dramatically than mine. Perhaps she should help me write this new age. Oh, yeah, if she can write, of course. I don't know why you wouldn't have asked her to begin with. I am so tired. I can barely think right now. But I will force myself to stay focused, for I have not written anything in days. The moment I linked back to Dunny, I was besieged with requests for my assistance. Master Tammin wanted to consult over which stonecutters were worth salvaging. And did I think the rock in this new age would be difficult to sound? Oma and Essel needed my opinion about a new history they had uncovered. Should they hold off on starting its translation, or would paper supplies be scarce in the new age? There were so many questions needing answers, I barely had time to see Catherine. She, of course, laughed at my dilemma, saying that I had no one to blame but myself. After all, I was the one who encouraged Dunny to start over. Naturally, they would look to me to keep them moving in the right direction, unless some force stepped in to change that view. Her words made me realize a fundamental principle I had thus far been ignoring. All this time I had been debating whether to make energy or nature the underlying framework for this age. But there is another equation to consider. An age based solely on the future motion of energy will face constant upheavals, most likely at the cost of tranquility. And an age based solely on the mutual dependence of nature can become so balanced over time it may cease to tolerate change. Yet to continue to grow as a people, Dunny civilization needs both. Occasional upheavals followed by periods of balanced stability. I have seen such situations occur naturally on several of my ages. Each time it was because I centered the writing around some dynamic force that I had decided to make prevalent in the age. Such forces allow the balance between forward motion and mutual dependence to fluctuate. As one concept takes precedence, the other recedes until another force surfaces to change things. As Catherine's insightful comment reminded me, dynamic forces spur change. I'm too tired to think more on this tonight. Hopefully in the morning my thoughts will coalesce. Catherine's ages tend to appear to have more odd and fantastic stuff in that are still somehow stable. I don't know if I've ever seen one of Catherine's ages. Like I said, from this game onward, my memories of this series are almost non-existent. So, if any of those games featured ages of hers, I don't remember them. If they do, I'm looking forward to that. Sounds interesting. Myst IV has an age of hers. Oh boy. Speaking of which, I need to buy that. I saw that it was on sale on Good Old Games, and I don't have it on hand. So, that's definitely something I need to get a hold of. Anyway, continuing. Catherine surprised me today. Apparently, while I was off visiting my ages, she linked to Myst by herself. She did not say so, but I could tell that her visit had been painful. More than ever now, I am convinced we must find a place to begin again ourselves. Perhaps when I have written this new age for the Dunny, I will put some thought into where Catherine and I might live. I hope there's mention of me in this game. You know, the person you play as is the same person across the past 3 games. It would be nice if there was at least a mention. I cannot believe I did not see it before. All this time I have been struggling to describe the perfect age for the Dunny. I have considered and then rejected several underlying concepts which I felt might be best set for the course of their future, as if I alone should determine how Dunny civilization will grow. In my own way, I have become as egotistical as my father. In truth, I owe this realization to Catherine. Sensing my indecision about the new age, she led me on a walk around Dunny. Salvaging efforts were well underway, with teams of people scouring the ruined harbor district. As I watched my Dunny kinsmen deciding which parts of their culture to retain, I realized they do not need me to determine their future. They are quite capable of setting its course by themselves, regardless of what age I write. This realization has opened my eyes to the best way of approaching my task. I no longer need to worry about which underlying concept, energy, nature, or dynamic forces I should make prevalent in the age. Rather, I must strive to include them all. I must write a balance of systems into the descriptive book, enough so that the Dunny people will constantly be challenged to attain their ultimate potential. As grandmother often pointed out to me when we spoke about ages back on Myst, balanced systems stimulate civilizations. At last I feel I am ready to begin writing this age. Indeed, I am eager to begin, and have already come up with the perfect name. I know grandmother would have loved it. Of course, Catherine could tell the moment I turned to her that I had finally found my starting point. Catherine sounds like a very insightful and highly intelligent woman. She's figuring stuff out pretty quick. I babbled on excitedly for some time before I noticed the smile she was hiding. When I saw it enough to grow suspicious, she handed me one of my oldest age books. She must have picked it up when she linked back to Myst. Seeing the name Jananen emblazoned on the book cover, I could only shake my head. The one age I never got around to revisiting was the one that might have helped me the most. How foolish was I to have completely forgotten it? I think after I have finished this work, I should take one final trip, if only to help restore an old fool's memories. Oh, that's the end. In one of the novels, she shows Atrus an age she wrote. She successfully wrote an age with a donut-shaped planet? Well, that sounds wild. Like, that actually makes me smile a lot. Like, shoot, she's extremely creative if she's coming up with shit like that. Alright, I had already searched the rest of this. Holy shit, we're back to the game. I had my nose buried in a book for... How long was I reading? 15, 20 minutes? Anyhow, back to exploring. She was taught the art by the same people who taught Atrus. Well, just because you got the same people teaching you, each person... You teach somebody how to do something, they're going to add their own style to it. And Catherine clearly had some ideas on what she wanted to do. Walking across the rocks. What do we got over here? Oh! Little lizard fella. Hey, you want to join me? Join me on my quest. Ah, damn it. Oh shit, the choir found me. I touched the plant and it shit its own trousers. Okay. Yeah, I would have at least liked a mention in that book. Like, hey, my friend decided to visit. Maybe I got some ideas from him or something. I feel somewhat neglected. That is a nice, colorful looking building. Whoa, bright. Did I just step off the ladder? Oh, that's a light. Oh, I see, that's a door. I'm gonna do something that'll make these tusks come down so I can actually get into them. That's what that's all about. I can tell just by looking at it. Alright then. Wait a minute, there's a plant. Hold on. What? Oh. Ah! Sound amplifying plant! Tell me the sound of the ladder. I wonder if I'll ever need lizard sounds. Alright, enough of that. She comes off to me as something of a rules lawyer with the art. Someone who would do something crazy and then cite the rules saying there is nothing preventing this. Sounds right to me if she's writing donut planets. I wish I was that creative. I'd never come up with something like a donut planet. Alright, so we got these spinny dealies. So I can point it at purple or red. That leads to nothing. Guess I'll just leave it pointing at purple. Then again, that one over there is pointed at purple. Where's red? Is that red over there? Then their daughter comes along and figures out so much seemingly impossible shit it's scary. That was Myst... Which one was that? I remember... That was the one with the weird critters in it. I vaguely recall her all grown up and there was a thing where... Uru in Myst 5? Yeah, there were some weird fellas. I don't know if just randomly tampering with these things is actually going to accomplish anything for me. Gonna have to figure them out eventually. Where was that one thing I found? There was a ball and like some ramps. Was that back here? That was not back here. Oh, no, yes, it was back here. Down here. Oh, hey, I had actually sorted that out just fine. I just needed to pull the lever once more. So... Is that in the... Okay, now the tusk goes over there, so there's like a... Ah, there it is. A hole. Aha. Myst 5 takes place after the consequences of her actions leave her humbled and a bit broken. Yeah, I remembered her... Like, I remembered, like... There's a scene in my memory that comes to mind of her just being really quiet and showing up and being, like, all depressed sounding, I think. Memory's pretty hazy, but I don't remember her being a happy camper. Okay. Well. Well, I'm in here, but there's a hole. Is that a reflection? That is a very shiny wall. Alright, well shoot, there's nothing I can do in here, looks like. I can't, like, pull that. Well, shoot. Lovely looking place. These games just have such lovely looking places. Oof, this is ominous sounding music. Gotta get these things pointed at certain ones, obviously. There's gotta be some combination. What's this? Aha! Light! Okay, I see what's going on here. We must shine the light. Alright, well, let's get a light path going. More choir. Okay, we are... I hope that broken one isn't leading to somewhere important. Alright, we got green now. Let's go to green. Oh, here's the broken one. Must be the work of Saavedro. Oh, this is another one of those light things, isn't it? Okay, I think I see what's happening here. We need to get the light bouncing around to get over into this thingy. And then it'll shine the light on the door, and I'll get in the door. That sounds like a plausible means of progress. Hold on a minute. Let me regain my bearings here. Where's green? In Uru, she is aware of the scope of her power and believes she is supposed to do great things. And that she is not yet humbled. That does sound like a problem. Oh, there's green. Green is over there. Can I even get over there? Well, like, obviously, I gotta be able to get over there at some point. I'm not getting over there from there. I gotta go down. I do love stained glass windows. You don't see enough stained glass windows these days. Find my way up to that. Okay, I didn't go this way when I came through here last time. There we go. Ah! Light! Blind! Okay, where are you pointed at now, Mr. Red? That probably... Yep, that's not too helpful. Yellow. I like the nice little variety of musical jingles that play every now and again. Okay, we are figuring this out. Nope. Well, that was a sound that made me very tense. If this was just a training age that Atrus wrote for his sons, I'm guessing there aren't any other islands with any people on it? Nobody living on this world? I mean, none of the worlds you ever visit have a lot of people in them, if not more than like 1 or 2 people at a time. And if there are more people, they're usually over the horizon somewhere. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Riven had loads of people in it. They were just barricaded in their homes. And they're fucking terrified of you. Wrong way. Oh, looks like it's all aimed up. We're in! I wonder what purpose this one served. If Sarvedro broke it, it certainly didn't impede our progress. He might have just needed the extra parts, but in that case, why was it even there to begin with? Ah, it's all rainbowy. What? It's still locked. Oh. Buttons. Ah, I gotta press the buttons in the right order. I wasn't keeping track of that. Is that it? Ah. Shoot. Well, hold on. I shouldn't have to go in a loop around the whole island to figure this one out. Let's just start here. Yellow. Blue. Yellow, blue, green. Hang on a minute. My memory is trash. I'm gonna write this down. Blue. Green. Might still have to loop the island. Maybe. Ah, well. It is interesting to me thinking, speaking of notes, like, and I mentioned earlier, I was one of the kids who watched his dad play this game when it was new. Well, not this one in particular, but Myst and Riven and this one, but he made a lot of notes. I actually have all of his notes. I got, like, our old... He didn't actually use the Myst notebook, which just had a bunch of blank pages in it. But I have a whole bunch of these little yellow notepad pieces of paper with all the notes, and he drew little maps and diagrams as he played the game. Just looking at those notes, they're very detailed. Or at the very least, they're pretty detailed. Green. Red. Wasn't there another red? Might be two reds. Just use scraps of pieces of paper when I play. Wish I'd thought to save them. I'm honestly surprised that we saved them. I don't know if he made notes for this game. The notes I have are for Myst and Riven, specifically. Ah, don't look in the light. Alright, we're out of here. Back down. I didn't need to make any... I wonder why he had to make so many notes for Riven. When I played Riven, I barely made any. And I doubt that's I doubt it's my memory. My memory is, as I mentioned, quite trash. I remember very specific weird things, but never anything useful. Purple. Wait a minute. Red. Yellow. I forgot to write yellow here. I got distracted by talking about stuff. Purple. Yeah, it is funny to me that I only remember the ending of this game. I remember being with my dad when he beat it. And that memory is kind of funny because if I'm remembering that memory right, I noticed something about the ending of this game that he didn't, and he got kind of a sucky ending. Mildly sucky. I'm not going to discuss it now at the beginning of the game, but when we get there. Red. That should be it. I ended up doing a full loop of the island. It's not like it took that much time out of proceedings. Okay, so... what do we got here? Yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Simple stuff. I just looked closely at this piece of paper that I just grabbed. It was just a stray paper sitting on my desk. There's like a weird... like I tried... what did I use this for? There's a couple... there's just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 on it. And then 3 instances of my initials written vertically in some kind of weird cursive signature-esque fashion. What was I doing with this? Why is this on my desk? Huh. Alright, get over there. Alright then. Okay, we got a new thing here. This is reminding me of... I already got this one figured. This is... Ah, I see. Back to the tusk. Keep the note on color combo. You need it to enter every time you open the door. That is the kind of helpful information that I like. That is very good. Thank you for that. I wasn't gonna actually get rid of it, but yes, thank you. One of my biggest fears playing this game was that people might show up and try to tell me all the answers. And I'm gonna need a new piece of paper to actually write down this information. I should have a notepad in my desk with a few free pages set. Most of these have notes written on them. What the hell is this? Oh, that's one of my exploration logs. No, get rid of that. Didn't I have... I might need to get, like, another notepad. Hold on, I'm looking for a piece of paper. I do not have a lot of paper on hand. That is mildly worrying. I could have swore I had more than this. Next time I go to the store, I'm gonna need to get another note. I'm gonna need to buy a notepad. Shoot, I'll just use the back of this piece. Right, so that spinny thing looks like... So which one? Not that one. Right, it was the first one I messed with. It was this one over here. Right, and you got these little beads going around the outside. So the outer one is on the left. What even is this? Is that like a leaf? Is that like a whale hovering over a bird? Is it a seed that's sprouting upside down? I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. My drawing skills are... absolutely awful, but... let's see here. Little thing there. Oh, God, I can't draw for shit. Okay. How many of these are there? There's 4 rings. I swore there were more than 4 of these little beads on that thing. Okay, the outer one's at like 9 o'clock, so... The second outer one is 6 o'clock, like closer to 7. Third one there's more 6 o'clock. Inner one is to the right and slightly down. There are not more than 4 of these on that thing. My diagrams look like absolute shit, but it should be close enough. Probably be better if I had a pencil. Whoops, did I skip blue? Ah. There we go. I skipped blue. Alright, no, there were 4. Okay, that's where that one goes. Does it want them to line up with the grooves? Either with the grooves or halfway between. You don't like me. I guess I didn't have it lined up properly. One of these isn't in alignment. Curses. I done darned it up. Alright, let me try refining this image a little bit. Yeah, that's about what I had. Like, that looks pretty lined up to me. Maybe it was a little too small and these ones were both in the middle here. The focus is the hardest to find. Like, I could imagine, because, like, it gets blurry. And then if we do this slowly... Stable, 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 blurry again. There's a whole... like, quarter of a turn here where it's stable. So does it go? Does it want me to be in the middle? Maybe this is closer? Well, let's try this. Outer's still on the far left. The middle two... down diagonal. Right one in the middle. I didn't draw that one, but I'm keeping it in my mind. Just gotta run over before I forget. I can't draw too much stuff, otherwise I'm... Oh no, I gotta... Damn you, color unlocking door. I'm trying to remember a thing. Well, this is a troublesome puzzle, isn't it? Like, I know what I need to do. This isn't like one of those ones where it's like, oh man, this is too smart for me to figure out. This is one of those ones where you need to do it exactly right. Not my favorite kind of puzzle, when you need to be super precise about something. I suppose I'll tinker with it a bit more. Troublesome. It's like, that's the outline. We want the white bits to fit into the white lines. Like that, maybe? Very close. I mean, that much I can see. This looks very close. Like, I'm focusing on the top bit, the big one. But there's also that little bit hanging off the bottom that you also got to worry about. This looks about the same. Only the the second one out is more pointed down. All right, the focus. I moved it around a bit. About in the middle seems right. That doesn't look right down there, though. Did I try this combination before? I don't think I did. Okay, so that one in the middle. Under the 3. This one in the middle after the 6. This one at 6. That one at 9. The only one that is really in question is the focus. So if the only one that's in question is really the focus, and it either has to line up in the grooves or in between, then it's either 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. It's either up a bit or down a bit. Alright, let's go back and try this again. Yeah, part of it is what you were saying earlier. The resolution does not help with the fine alignment. I wonder if any thought has ever been given to remastering these games. Like, Myst was remastered like 3 or 4 times. But these games could use a bit of an upscaling in the resolution department. That'd be kind of nice. And by kinda, I mean very. Oh, hey, look, it's the egg. Alright, there's a book up there. Right, of course. Okay. You go there. You go there. Pretty sure you went there. Be nice, but the original master files were lost when the company that made it shut down. I was thinking that earlier, but I didn't vocalize that question that was formulating in my head about Presto Studios, and I guess you answered my unasked question. What a shame. Come on, you little bastard. Oh boy. I am being defeated by precision ball swiveling. The bottom left ones don't look right. You think I switched them? Did I? The outermost ones? could have swore the outermost one didn't change. This doesn't look like what I wrote. Now, this is completely wrong. Go back and check again? I suppose I will. I suppose I have to. You know, maybe I should drop a nice, There we go. Also, where's zip mode? This will save us a little time. Wait, I can't. Zip. 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 Zip me up there. I thought I could just zip up there, and I was wrong. The double doors of destiny, we meet again. I done thought I had this. Yeah, see, the outer one, the outermost one was pointed left. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right. The outermost one is down there. I thought this one was the outermost one the whole time. My eyes are bad. And my brain is bad. And I feel bad. Shit. Well, that's going on. That's going on YouTube. I'm dumb. My fault for choosing a game where you have to use your brain. And my brain is soggy. Alright. Well. Okay, so the outermost one is pointed down that way. The second outer one is to the left. How exactly do you spin these? Okay. Up and down is the second outer one. Left and right. That doesn't necessarily help me figure this out, but I just wanted to... I mean, that barely changed anything. So, really does just come down to the focus. It's either in the groove... Okay, yeah. These three... Yeah. Left... Down left... Left groove, down groove. And this one either goes in this groove, in the middle, or right. This whole space between here and here is in focus. I don't know how else you're supposed to spin that one. And I'm gonna have to do this for 2 other things, too. Piercing flute. At this rate, I'll have gone through this door enough times that I won't even need the paper to remember the combo. Okay. Hey! We did it. Voltaic. Took a couple of tries, and part of the problem was because I thought the outer one wasn't the outer one. A very complicated book stand. Take me to the next stage. Oh, I don't remember this at all. I have exactly 0 recollection of this place just by the flyby. Whoa. Okay, well. More... What is this, sandstone? That's not sandstone, this is... Or is it sandstone? Well, more brownish, yellowish cliffs. There's a rock thing. Where did they get those rocks when all the rocks look like that? I don't know. I can go that way, or I can check out the building. I'm gonna check out the building. Alright, that just takes us back home. It's like a power lock door, huh? Not going in there. Guess we're going this way. Unless I can go down there. Nope. Very simple steps. Okay, I said I had no recollection of this place, but walking in through here, there's like a faint shadow of a memory that I've seen this place before. Pages, and this music is rather loud. It is coming back to me, slowly, the knowledge of who I am. How long I have been trapped here. So much of it is blurry. Actually, you know what? I will read this when the music has calmed down. door here. No, it's locked. Yeah, definitely locked. Okay, I think the music has calmed down. Okay. It is coming back to me. Slowly the knowledge of who I am, how long I have been trapped here. So much of it is blurry. Whole blocks of time still floating in the fog that eats my mind. But if I concentrate, I can get the pieces of it back. It was the dream that first helped me remember. I was lying in the reeds near the tusk. I don't know for how long or how I get here. I am staring at the sky, seeing a man grow out of the cliff. First his head, then his shoulders, then his torso. Sunlight rims his body like a halo. I cannot move. I think that death has finally come for me. The man stands on the cliff with a book in his hand, staring down at the lagoon as if something made him sad. I wanted to call out to him, to tell him it was me he's come to find, but my mouth is dry. I can't remember any words. And before I think to stand, he opens his book, puts his hand on the page, and fades to dust. I thought he was a dream. It was only later, hours or weeks later, that I find his swirling book atop the cliff. And when I reach down to grab it, it is real. The fog tried to swallow me then and there, but I held on to the firm reality of the book and did not let it. I did not let the numbness steal my mind. So, Cirrus and Achenar trap this guy in Janaine. And Atrus, we read in the journal, Atrus said that he had visited Janaine. So he must have been awake. He must have been so delirious and fogged out of his mind that he didn't realize that an actual person had showed up, and for some reason Atrus left the book behind. Okay. Oh. That's been established. I hear power. I just had to leave the book behind. Linking books don't leave with you. Oh, is that rust or blood? I'm guessing it's rust. We got a little saw blade thing, a hat, rounded spinny thing, a snake. Gonna need to drain that at some point. Okay then, what's up here? Screws and stuff scattered about. Looks like there was something here that got dismantled. I love the sound of this place. Oh. Ah. Now, where are we? Okay, this is just a singular chamber with a big red button. Why does the button have to be red? I have to be concerned if something terrible will happen. Press it. Oh, it's just a door. Never mind. And this is a thing. Well, I just tampered with something without knowing exactly what it does. It raised a thing. So I will have to assume that that's a good thing. Anything else in here? No? No. Did not make the door openable. Seemed like I only needed to open that to mess with that thing at the moment. So I'm just gonna close that again. Look around the hall. Is there like pages on the ground that I missed? Oh. Hello. You know what? I'll give you that one. I probably would have missed that. Zip mode can be the problem. Well, I did only turn it on because I thought I could quickly get from the door to the central tusk. I'll turn that back off. That was closed when I first looked at it. Is that something I can climb, or is that something related to the water? Oh! Oh, I see. I see. Yes. Rumble. We're rumbling. Oh, I'm standing on the thing. Now I am place. What do we got here?
What's the matter, Atrus? Can't remember how things work? Yet you explained this class so well when we first spoke of it in Orion. I want Cirrus and Achenar to learn everything they can, Savitro. First from Amateria, Idana, Voltaic, and finally from Narayan. When my boys come to see your people, I want them to see Narayan's traditions at work so they can see how civilization can balance an age. Do you know what they did when they finally came to us? You never came back. After class was over, you took your boys away, and you never came back. Cirrus and Achenar did.
Oh, dear. Yeah, them boys were fucked. Nothing else in here? Don't think there's any other purpose to this terminal. Very curious and minimally designed hallway. Now I am just moving right along, aren't I? Where am I now? Is that a door? Nope. Oh. What's this new page? It is taking me too long. Every minute I spend searching his house runs the risk of someone walking in and finding me. I would bring his journals to the Tusk, but I'm afraid he will notice them gone. Already I'm afraid of what he knows. Of what his wife might know. She almost caught me last time. I had linked directly into the sunroom. I was walking towards the study when I heard footsteps coming down the hall. She was talking with someone. She was laughing. And for one heart-wrenching moment, I thought she was Tamra. Then I remembered my Tamra is dead. I left her to die when I went after the brothers. I told her to go to the reef, to take our 2 girls there and hide. I took the necklace she gave me to remember her, and I told her, "Oh God, Tamra, I told you it would all be okay. For years I prayed my words were not a lie. That you made it to reef. That you were tending the ailing lattice roots. By the weaving, Tamra, how I prayed. Until I opened his machine, I saw Narayan through his shield. And even though the barrier kept me locked inside, I knew the lattice tree had died. Narayan can't survive without the tree. No one can be alive outside his shield. Standing in Atrus' house, knowing that my wife and children were dead, I felt the fog roll towards me again. And as much as I wanted to give in to its numbness, I couldn't let Atrus' wife find me standing there. Somehow I waded through the haze. I made my way to the study, found the book that would take me back to Jananan. It was right where I had left it, where they might not see it fall. I placed my hand on the panel, heard the door behind me opening, and then the study disappeared. She almost saw me. I know it. I was much too close this time. If the book hadn't been where I had left it. Next time I will bring a book from one of the other ages with me, just in case it happens again. Did he intentionally scatter his journal pages all over the place? It doesn't look like they're actually bound. Ooh, ribbon numbers. Oh, what is this? Oh. Okay, hold on. Before I go messing with this, let me look around a bit more. Gotta remember to kind of keep my eyes aimed towards the ground. I don't want to miss any pages. Do I know what I want to do with this yet? Shit, I forget what these numbers are. There are only 1 or 2 sets of pages per age. Oh, jeez, I'm not even sure if I'm ready to mess with this yet. I'm not even sure what this does. Well, there was at least one other path that I hadn't checked yet. Maybe I should have gone and checked that area out first before I try messing around with this. Is it the same on no matter where I view it from? I think it is. I wondered if it might be different depending on which angle you look at it from. Do I just need to... Maybe it's just a matter of connecting these all together? Okay, they're lined up. Okay, maybe I don't need to go exploring to figure this out. Maybe there's a... That looks stable. Like there's a steady connection between the top bits and the bottom bits. Is that what I want, though? I'm not sure. I'll have to look around. There doesn't seem to be any documentation or any other buttons or levers or doors, so... I think I'm gonna head back and check out the areas I haven't been to yet, and maybe I'll figure out a purpose for this place. Is it like a generator? Power plant? These power cables? Getting the power started does not open the door. Alright. How's about... Alright, there is that over there, but is this door over here is properly powered? Let's check this out. I can see it going over there. Oh. Okay, now that's still locked. Never mind. We're going back. Now, what is this contraption? Looks like a spinal column. I'd give a lot to see this game with in a higher resolution than this. I wonder, like, there's some way of applying, like, what was it called? Like some kind of machine-based algorithm. I forget exactly what it was called, but I've seen some games where they use some kind of AI to upscale textures. I wonder if that's possible with this game. Right, machine learning. That's what it was, machine learning. Okay, this thing ain't budging. Can I look at the control? Or the connector? No. Alright, moving right along. Can I walk down that? Nope. Is that like a little platform thingy? There's a ladder. Oh. Oh boy, what are we looking at here? I've seen someone use it on a short little video from Riven. I doubt it will be used in the Riven remake as it is, though. Riven's being remade? That sounds delightful. Okay, broken bridge. Oh, what do we got here? Nope. Climb up this way. Now, where am I? Ooh. A tunnel. There's been a group of fans that have been working on it for about a decade now. A fucking decade. Oh wait, no, I've heard of this before. I don't remember if I seriously looked into it or not. Well, the fact that I can't remember for... Oh, look, pages. That's the third one we found. What do we got here? Hey, the last Mysterium... The last Mysterium? It was announced that Cyan would be seeing to getting the thing finished. Wait, so fans have been working on it for a decade, and Cyan announced that it's going to be finished. So Cyan's been helping them, or are they now helping them? The cavern wall is almost ready. For weeks I have been polishing it, rubbing away at the cracks to obtain a smooth surface. Haven't been able to sleep much these last weeks. I was afraid I might never wake up, but if I can make him see all that happened, if I can show him the pain his family caused, it will be worth it. Tomorrow I begin mixing the paints. Do I have to do mixing? They are now helping them. That's cool. Mysterium. I'm guessing Mysterium is I'm guessing that's like a name of like a convention or something, like a fan meetup. Just walk across the walk within the shade of the spinal column. It's an annual fan gathering that moves around every year. Okay, well, I'm across the pipe, and I found a thing. Before I go rushing in there, is there anything else over here I can do? No? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Been attending for about half a decade now. Oh, must mean you're a big fan then. Last year's Mysterium was in Spokane. I live in Washington. I'm on the other side, though. I'm over the mountains. I only just recently learned that's where Rand Miller lives, in Spokane. And that's where, I guess, the game was partly worked on? If Mysterium ever comes over again, I might have to look into making a trip over there. I will look into this. Guess I want to open this. Was there nothing over here? Oh, there's probably a latch holding this side in, so I can't go through. Alright. Ah, and there's the door. Unlock you. Hey. Spokane is always the best ones because they open their offices for attendees to visit on one of the days. Oh, cool. Yeah, I definitely got to look into that. I mean, if it's in the same state, it's a bit of a... I'd have to sort out travel, but other than that, that sounds like something I'd like to see sometime when it comes around. I'll look that up after the stream. Okay. Okay, so it was up before. They put on display props and costumes from the games. Ooh. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, I recently, a couple weeks ago, or was it last month, I watched the Ars Technica, the War Games interview they did with Rand Miller about the game. That was one of the best ones I watched. They've done a lot of those. I watched all of the different interviews that they did, but the Myst one was probably my second favorite. The other one was my absolute favorite one was Lorne Lanning, but hearing about all the stuff they had to do designing the game, figuring out how to put stuff on the disc, they didn't even know it was going to work. Like, incredible stuff. Alright, so I don't know what lowering that does, but I did it. I guess I can see what's down here. What is down here? What does the other Miller brother do? I know he hasn't worked on every single Myst game like Rand has, but it seems like whenever there's an interview or I've seen something about this series, it's always Rand the one doing it. I've never seen the other guy. What does he do these days? Oh, I'm in here now. Okay. Can I climb up this? Ah, okay, I see. He went his own way after Riven. That much I knew. Made some music in a movie. What movie? Have I played Abduction? I haven't played any of the non-Myst titles. I know that they have been made and that they exist, but I haven't... Puzzly, sort of explory games, as much as I loved Myst and Riven when I was a kid, you know, even though I barely could get around them myself, like, this type of game never really became, like, a staple. I didn't really seek these kinds of games out. It was just something my dad got that was cool, but it wasn't cool enough that it was like, oh man, I want more of these. So I haven't really played a lot of these types of games. Not just this series, but any of their kickstarted stuff. Oh, that's all lava-y now. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Oh, there's a nice little failsafe to keep you from opening the door and getting yourself incinerated. That's nice. I wonder... Let me try something real quick. I just want to take a quick look at this thing. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish here, but I want to try it regardless. What? No, I didn't want to send that back over. Ah, shoot. Oh, hang on a minute. What's that? Oh, there's a... Well, that's why the music got all, like, weird and kind of creepy. There's a painting on the wall. Okay, this isn't too hard to figure out. That's definitely got to be Sirius and Akanar up in, like, an airship. Fucking up Sarvito's world. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, you're right. I think I was just letting it go too early. Okay. I'm kind of goofing this. Get back over there. Or will it not let me bring the lava? Ah, no, if you move your mouse too far in one direction, then it doesn't go into that groove. Ah, shoot. It's probably not going to let me do what I'm trying to do. I just wanted to try to do it. Can I climb up this? Can I go up there? No, I cannot. Wait a minute. Can I look at the back of this thing? No. Yep. Wait. Where am I? Touch the controls, damn it. Okay, I was doing the right thing. I had a feeling there was more to this than just me flipping the thing up once. And I saw this hole and I thought, you know, maybe I can reach something? Okay. Well, I turned something on. That is the clear sound of something being activated. Will it stay activated? I did it again. No, I don't think I want to be down here with the lava. This is probably... No, send it back up. If the thing is on, does it need the lava? Is this thermal power we're working with here? Well, let's see. Let's see. Pull up to go down. This is a very powerful age. Oh, ha. Ah! You got a whole laugh out of me. Good job. You know, all this lava is making me realize that it's kind of stuffy in here. I'm gonna see if it's okay to open a window. rushing out. I don't know how you get a building to have weird airflow like that. Also, somebody had a weed whacker outside. I didn't want the noise to get in. Okay. Back on track. Summer is coming, and this lava is making me think of how summer is coming, and I hate summer so much. I hate the heat. I would not like this room if I was actually in it right now. This does not look comfortable. Okay, no, I wanted... Well, now I need to get out of here. And the lava's not going away. Methinks I might be missing something here. Alright, now that's what I need to do. Alright, lava gone. I'm out. And the thing is still on, so... Hey. Alright, yeah, powerful age. And Atrus's journal was talking about energy and balance and nature. That's what the ages are going to be about, isn't it? There's going to be a nature age and there's going to be like a balance age. Question is, what is the point of the lava? Power? I don't know. Were the lights in this tunnel always red? Again, soggy memory here. So... this is what I was worried about. The blinds are clattering. I gotta have them slightly open, otherwise I'm gonna constantly hear them clattering against each other. You might not hear it, but I'll hear it and it'll bother me. Okay. I get a great view from my apartment, but the way the window is facing, I have to constantly deal with sunlight going straight into my eyes unless I got the blinds closed. And it is a bright, sunny day. Gotta balance how much light I let in with how well I can preserve my retinas. Okay, well, it didn't make that thing work. That thing, it's an elevator. But maybe this thing over here has got some... Maybe we can do something. Can we do something? Is it good? No? Shoot. I don't think that helped. Well, what did that thing go off and... Well, maybe there's an area... Well, hold on. There's another path I haven't taken yet. At least a path I don't think I've taken. Unless I'm missing something. Unless I need the lava. Oh, wait a minute. I can fill the place with lava. I can do that. I have this power. Hang on a minute. Wait, can I have the gear move across while I'm up here? Oh wait, no, because there's a I'm guessing Sarvito stuck that piece of metal in there to keep you from activating that while you're up here. Alright, let's... Oh wait, and there's a fan. Can you get steam? No, it's not. It can't be a steam thing. Maybe it's just sheer heat. And that's why you needed to turn, like, the ventilation on. Alright, well, it's all lavaed up now. Before I go back that way to see if that made any appreciable difference, I'm gonna look over here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, no, I've been here. But has something in here changed? That's filled with water, isn't it? The lava provides heat, and you got a big tank of water here. If the heat is somehow being piped all the way over into this thing to make the water boil, then you can make steam. And maybe the steam is supposed to power stuff. Maybe I done figured it. But I don't think anything over here has changed. Unless I didn't do this right. Did I not do this right? I wonder. I'm gonna have to do some serious thinking. This much, when you get it right, you will know it immediately. This specific thing I'm looking at, or just everything in general? This specific thing? In fact, when you get it right, you can't undo it. I wonder who would want to undo it. Does it have something to do with the numbers? Well, no, because the shapes don't really correlate. Wait a minute. I thought this was lined up no matter what side, but it is actually different on different sides. I see what you mean. We have power! I don't really feel too proud about that. I just kind of randomly shifted things around until it did the right thing. That doesn't make me feel smart at all. Unlimited power! I can't do a Palpatine voice. I can't be too... I'd have to be loud, and then I'd bother the neighbors, and then I'd get kicked out. Alright, well, mission accomplished. I randomly jiggled a bunch of stuff around until something happened. I thought this was going to be steam involved, but nah, it's just electricity. And there's nothing else in here, so I guess I'm heading out. That is one way to do it, but it doesn't make me feel smart. I'm trying to flex my brain meats here, and it just felt like I stumbled into the answer completely by accident. Technically, that is the only way to do that one. Oh, well, in that case, I feel fine. But what do I do with this power? What does a man do when he has all the power that a age has to offer? Does he open a door? No, this door is still an asshole. Was there anything over here? No, this is just where I first turned up. Alright, well I guess I'm heading back the other way. I guess once you figure out the two top and bottom rotating things, like those ones were stationary. No matter what direction I looked, they were lined up. Or I had just randomly stumbled on the right alignment for the top and bottom ones, and it was just the middle one that was giving me guff. Alright. Maybe now that we have power, the elevator will work. Yes. Okay, we are now down here. Welcome to Scenic Down Here, accessible by the elevator. Down here, you can find everything you want. A platform to stand on, rocks, a hole. Alright, well, that's how you open that. But that is not how you actually keep it open. Well, that means if I can open that, then maybe I can actually start messing with all the valves in there. Down here, you can find a long enough lever and a place to stand. Ah, here we are. Things are happening. Oh. No. Okay, we gotta balance the pressure before we touch the big one. Alright, you stop. Oh. Do I do it now? No. Okay, no. Stop. Maybe I don't know why you wouldn't want any pressure. Or is that medium pressure? I can't turn that one valve. Okay, see, now that it's in the blue, it doesn't want to do nothing. This one doesn't want to turn at all. Ah, I see what you mean. I saw this when I first came over here, but I forgot it was there. What do you do? Alright. There's a lever, yes. Alright, it doesn't like having all of these open. All of them closed? Ah, I have to hold it. But ah, I see. Well, I'm up here now. I'm not sure what I'm trying to accomplish here, but give me a moment. Yep, even higher now. Oh, hey, I'm near the thing. Or it's up here? Wait, I'm above the thing. I'm not fully certain of what I'm trying to accomplish. Do I just want to keep going up? Take me to the moon! To the moon! No, it won't let me go. Well, now I'm down again. Alright, we are at maximum. We were at maximum power. What does it look like the gauge is telling you? Well, let me take a look at it. Blue area means you're not getting any pressure. Yellow means you got pressure. Red means you got all the pressure. And there's a red needle. Ah, I see. Do I want to hit that needle? Okay. Alright, I'm guessing we need to get the needle on the red line. We can't go up without enough power, though, can we? Well, if it's about getting the needle onto the red needle, then I guess I need to build up more so I can go up far enough, and... If the blue area is no pressure, though, then surely I need some pressure. This will require calculations, and I'm not too good at those. Oh boy. This is where I put my brain to the test. I must challenge the brain meat. Won't let me go up without enough power. Yeah, maybe I don't need to. Just hisses at you if you don't have enough. Seems you don't have enough to lift farther. That's what I was figuring when you pull it and it don't move. So I need enough to go up, and if I'm trying to get it down to that very specific level, then I need to... This would probably help if I had the patience to do math. Well, I'll keep count. Once you're at the highest level, opening a thing only... I only go up so far. So this is as high up as I can go. But they're all closed. The dangers of a puzzly puzzle game. You either voice all of your thoughts out, or if you don't actually have any thoughts, you just go, That's too much. It's too much. I mean, if it's that low, then nothing happens. Do I even want it to be that low? Is that actually right? Okay, I wasn't paying attention. So all of these stay open no matter what level you rise to. So if they're all open at the top, they don't close. I don't know why I would have thought that. They would. Well, yeah, maybe I'm making really stupid observations, but I'm not very good at vocalizing my thought process. That's almost perfect? Well, in that case, if I'm one off, then I need to go all the way back up to the top again. Because that's how you get one down. Alright, well, gather me back up some power, because we're on our way up. Okay, so it needs to be in the red in order to get to the highest level. I understand. turn one of those back on. It looks kind of offset, but pretty sure I did this right. Ta-da! Oh, is it gonna... I wondered why there was like a flat mattress on top of that thing. Of course it's a fucking inflatable balloon. Why didn't I realize that? Why am I dumb? Where's it going? No, stop. Don't go away. Come back. Remember this symbol on the tusk? Oh! The thing, what did I call it? A whale over a bird? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's an airship. I guess I gotta go open the door. Why would a whale be over a bird? Better way of calling it, a whale body slamming a bird. Because why would the whale just be over the bird? Obviously, it is committing an action upon the bird, so it would make more sense to call it a whale body slamming a bird. Fly! Wait. It's actually... It's tied to a thing? Underneath? What a pointless fucking airship. Oh, it's trying to catch me here. Well, I guess I'm going this way. All aboard. All aboard my Leontine. And now I'm up here. And now there's another lever. What an odd contraption. Up. All right then. Okay. We got a floaty thing now. We have this floaty, semi-floaty thing, and now there's this. What the hell is going on? I don't remember any of this. Is this magnets? Is this magnetism? Do I get back in the... Do I leave? Oh, no. Now I'm going up. Oh. Oh, this was like a little pier. Oh. Well then. Neat. The thing fell over. Damn, I didn't remember that happening at all. Now it will open. Anything around here? Nope. Okay, I now have a piece of paper with a thing drawn on it. It looks like the lower part there, the bottom right, looks like balls, and then like a penis that's been bent into like an S shape. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's intended, and I don't know why I first saw that, but yeah, I've already said it. I can't take it back. Now what do I do? Do I... Oh, there's another book. I guess I'm done here. Take me back! Take me back! Well, that was fun. I darn figured most of it out. Right, so now what do I do with this page? What do I do with this drawing? Do I... Wait. Okay, that's what I do with it. I put it on the thing.
Not so easy, is it, Atrus? Running like a rat through a maze, looking for some sign that'll help you save your world. Is it over here? Is it over there? Is it someplace I can't find? Cirrus and Akinar didn't care about saving Narayan. All that talk about fixing instabilities, rewriting the age so that we would be free to live our lives, that was just talk to hide the truth of why they had come. But we believed their lies, Atrus. So we abandoned our traditions, forgetting that those traditions were keeping Narayan alive. And when the lattice trees started to die, I followed them here to tell them what they had done. And they laughed. They said they would never fix Narayan. They said that they had already taken everything it had worth saving. So, my dear old friend, Atrus, I brought you to this place where your education begins. Find the remaining two symbols, and then come see what your boys did to Narayan.
Well then. Well, brought it up. Guess we gotta figure out how to get into the other two places. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today, but let me take a quick look around. Was it a matter of... And Parker Solemn Sevier. Thank you for the follow. I suspect I'll be seeing you for the rest of this game. This place had a hole. Yeah, that one was the one that had a hole in it. And then that one over there needed to have like needed to do something with it. I've always been growing a beard. Very good. Alright, that's what the message would have said. I rarely see those messages I made, so I had forgotten I had even made those. Until I heard the sound. Well, you know what? It's been like 3.5 hours. I could probably go for another half hour, but that seems like a good place to stop for now. I don't know if... I wasn't exactly expecting to clear an entire age, but that's just because my memory of this game is so faded that I had no idea how long it was going to take. But, yeah, I'm having a good time. Figured most of that out. Not sure exactly which one I'm supposed to go to next, or if it doesn't matter which one you go to next, or... But next time I stream this game, we'll run around, figure it out, and yeah. Yeah, good place to stop. That's what I thought. Have a nice evening. Yeah, you have a nice evening as well. And if anyone watches this in the future, because I upload every stream I do to YouTube, then I hope people watching in the future have a good evening. Until then, I'm going to go look up Mysterium and see when they're in Spokane next. Maybe I'll be there. Who knows? I'm also going to see if that sale on Myst IV is still up, because I need to get that. Anyhow, farewell, take care, and see you next time.